Hello YouTube, welcome to another exciting episode of this here Crawl Let's Play. Once again, addressing some of the stuff from the previous videos. First off, the reason I always felt hungry, someone pointed out, I was always eating the nauseous chunks, or they're just the kind of tainted meat, specifically orc meat, because there were so many orcs on those levels. If the chunk has like the brown text as opposed to the white, I never really explained this. You can eat it, but it'll give you a little less sustenance. And just without noticing, I was like exclusively eating those dirty orc chunks, so they weren't filling me as much. So that's why the weird hunger thing, that the hunger math seemed wrong to me. Another thing someone pointed out that it's going to take a long time to reach Mindalay on this bow. Essentially, how it works for bow is to get Mindalay. So for melee weapons, the stats don't really matter at all. And it's just weapon skill. For bows, it's a lot more skill needed to reach Mindalay, but every point of dex counts as an eighth, 8/10ths of a point of weapon skill, and every point in strength is 2/10ths of a point of weapon skill. So basically, we're not going to try to hit Mindalay with this bow like I said we were, because as it turns out, that's going to take a really long goddamn time. I think something around 23 knock off 0.8 every time I skill into dex. And like I said, we've already kind of made our stand to go skill into intelligence. So it looks like we're going to try the book. People are kind of supportive of trying to take this, what is it, Grimoire of the Rocks, and try to get some rocks going. And it's worth noting that we're kind of in a really easy spot with this mock lib right now, because you've noticed how one minor summon can totally turn the tide of a fight. That's at 1%, 0% failure, 0 to 1 piety, and the greater servant, like, that will cost us a lot of piety, but we've got a couple of those in the back. So for a while, we can kind of spend our skill points not getting stronger and just getting that stuff castable, right? So I'm going to make kind of a dramatic decision here, and here's what I'm going to do. Oh, first I'm going to learn Stone Skin. That's important. Technically, we won't have the levels to learn all three of these, but we're going to level our spellcasting, so we'll get those spell levels really quickly because we don't have that many levels of spellcasting. So we're just going to memorize Stone Skin. And now, because of that, if we go into this, we have Earth Magic available. Here's what we're going to do. I'm so bad at buttons. I wasn't on the home row. I didn't learn anything from elementary school. We're going to do that. We're going to pop in a spellcasting for 2 or 3 levels just to get the spell hunger down. And another thing we're going to focus both of these. I want to get our fighting to like 3, just because it will be really cheap to do, and those hit points are useful. Like, I almost want to completely burn down spellcasting Earth Magic and just get Petrify LRD online, because until then, kind of all this Earth Magic we're getting will hardly do shit for us. The one exception is getting a couple of ranks in fighting, because it will be very cheap, and it will just, I mean, we're already level 10. It'll be a pretty big benefit in terms of hit points. That could make or break it for us. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to ignore bows for a while. It's kind of a risky move. It may well get us killed, ignoring bows and invo, but our invo is already quite good, even though it is uncapped and could get better. Our bows, we have a lot to reach Mindalay, but they're already pretty good. So we're going to try this, and maybe it will suck and fail, but it should be fun. Anything else to cover? Someone pointed out there was an armor shop, and I believe there was some sort of helmet available there. Oh, I just said armor. I want the armor shop. Oh, I guess in this case I'll just search the helmet for, yeah, 62 gold. Was there a cap at all, or just the helmet? No. He's pointed out that it's cheap AC and I could get it. I actually don't think I want to, though. I think I want to save this for different shops for now, because I'm going to find a helmet on the ground at some point, and I just don't value AC that much on this guy. So, it's a cool thought, but I don't think I'm going to shell out 62 gold for a helmet. I think I'm going to save my gold and see what I can do. Oh, that's right, and then we have a Cure Mute potion, right? Yep, so we're going to hit Shift G and 1, and we're going to go to our stash real fast. We're going to style upon this bat. G1. Oh, Wyvern. That's actually requires us to get our bow out. Well, we're probably going to be hungry soon. I don't remember if we ate right before this video or something, but I don't think we did. What kind of cloak are we wearing? I keep hitting E, if you're wondering why that Eat menu comes out. Just because I played a lot of Angband, and that's how you see everything equipped on you. The other thing I screw up a lot is you'll notice anytime I want to quaff a potion, I almost always hit Shift G for Quiver first. I don't know why. So, we're wearing... Oh, that's right, it's our Cloak of Poise Resistance. Yeah, we can leave this. I just had to make sure. Shift G, enter. Oh man, I think we could have sacked that wyvern actually. Oh well. So here's our stash. We're gonna drop. May as well drop this whip now. Probably never gonna use it ever again, but I'm already here, so I'll just drop it here. Jesus, we have 8 scrolls of identify? Holy Christ. I kind of want to avoid scrolls on scrolls still, though. But I may as well do it like the 2s, because that's just so many identify scrolls. And then if I've got 2 scrolls of blinking, whatever, it'll be cool. Curse armor. Fear. Hey, I got another 3 charge, awesome. Enchant weapon 1. Okay, that's kind of cool. I could enchant this Bow of Flame. I think I'm going to save my enchant scrolls for now, though. So let's drop here 2 scrolls of identify. Do I have any scrolls of remove curse on the stack already? I got 1, that's fine. Now we're going to drop Potion of Commutation. I'm going to drop 2 potions of heal wounds. I'm going to drop 2 potions of curing. I'm going to drop enchant. And I'm going to drop curse, but I want to drop it separately just so it doesn't keep distracting me. And I try to, pick it up. Yeah, that ought to do it. We'll go, yeah, just like over here, just so. Okay. One cool thing about fear scrolls, they just scare all the monsters near you. I find Lair is like the best time to use those. Just when you're thinking of what panic buttons to use, I really like to use these in Lair. Because I find, as I get deeper in the dungeon, the fear that an enemy isn't going to be feared, like my worry that this fear scroll isn't going to do anything, gets bad enough that I don't like to take that turn using it. It's kind of the same argument as like why I use those slowing and confusion wands early. I like to use fear early because it's really, really good in Lair. And then as you go on, it gets kind of just stressful to think about using. Alright. Let's go to dungeon. I forget what the deepest floor. Were we on floor 8? Alright. Yes, our wyvern didn't rot, so it wasn't a waste. How far have we gotten in the dungeon? 9, okay. So the next floor. Or no, the floor after next. Derp. Okay. I just think because now, like I was saying before, remember about going down the stairs? How if you're a buff character, you want to use them first. So you want to do like this. Now we actually have a buff. We have Stone Skin. So we gained, I think that was 2 AC. Not amazing, but we have no Earth Magic yet, so, well, 0.5 Earth Magic, so it's probably fine. Let's do it. Oh, it's a brainworm zombie. I know brainworms are bad, but yeah, the zombie shouldn't be a problem, so I'm going to just switch to my flail. See, our spellcasting is already up to level 1. We're going to get some really quick levels. Our skin feels tender. That means the stone skin wore off. I'm not going to bother recasting it every time. Yeah, it's a Crimson Imp. You know, I think at this point we can actually just beat it to death with our flail. And not have to waste arrows or switch to that crappy bow. Which means I can probably drop my crappy bow now. Gadgets, these are the items that work off of evocations. Later in the game we might want one of these, but you tend to find them on the ground common enough that you don't use the shop. The gadget shops are pretty bad. They're just kind of a hedge against weird luck. There's a good chance we're going to find most, if not all of these on the ground. I think the Stone of Tremors relies on your Evo and Earth Magic. It doesn't really say. I can look it up in the bots later if we get that far. Because that way, we have a very good chance of having good Evo and Earth, because when we're training our Earth anyway in Evo, we've got the +1 aptitude. We've already got 5 ranks in it. Hey, it's an armor emporium again. Maybe they'll have hats for better prices. You are so annoying. Get over here. Nope, I'm still not convinced. Yep, our Earth Magic's level 1. I'll periodically just keep hitting M so you can see. And we've already gotten Lee's down now, 98. It doesn't sound like much, but like I said, once you get it to the point where you can see it's below 99% failure, it will drop surprisingly fast. Well, a lot of interesting stuff here. Armor that's got good resistances on them, but for like Smakos, resist fire, resist negative, evocable flight. That's kind of cool. The the robe of interference, like it's a robe and it's -2, but RLX, RN, 2 ranks of resist magic. We might be coming back here at some point. For now, I'm kind of just going to let it go, I think. Although, yeah, we have gloves on. I was going to say for 23, I'd be willing to buy them just for the slot, even though I don't want to buy a hat for 63, just to cover an empty slot for 1 AC. The gloves I would have, but we have gloves. Alright, a zombie and a skeleton. Troll zombies, are they actually threatening? Maybe not now, apparently. Okay. Okay, I got no fresh food. So you notice that healing on kill? Just point out that we do have that. I haven't really been calling it out because it hasn't mattered, but a killer bee simulacrum. It's an ice replica of a monster. Those can get annoying, like the simulacral, because their ice attacks can hurt quite a bit, but we've got resist cold. We're just gonna go. He shattered one of our potions of curing, which was annoying. See, and that was not just a particle, it's a crowd of freezing vapor, and I hit walk into it, and the game was a bro, and it's just like, don't walk into that. We hear a sizzling sound. Our arrow of flame canceled out with that cloud of freezing vapor. What was this zombie again? A troll skeleton, not a zombie. I'm still going to shoot it a couple of times anyway before I tab into it. Oh. I hit tab too fast, and there was a character there named Erica. I don't know much about Erica. That's why you don't just randomly mash tab like a bro like that. Alright. Are we in trouble? She's a comely spell weaver. Oh, I remember her. She always has the scimitar of flaming. On some characters, you sometimes just need to hope you find Erica because you can use her weapon to kill hydras. I've had multiple fighters where that was my first anti-hydra weapon, was her. Okay, she's got some 3d14 spells she can throw out. And, so she can't kill us in one, right? 14, 28, 42. Yeah, but she can kill us past one. What we want to do, I think, is get around this corner so we're not getting hit by the skeletons too. And then at the end, well, at least know she's right at the end if she fights us, and then we can think about whether or not we should, oh, that white imp is cool. If we need to do a summon or not. Now I'm happy to know about that period trick, because this is an excellent time to use it. Oh, and that Mokleb healing brought us to full. Oh, you're a bro, Mokleb. I'm going to try not using the summon for now, I think. Although we have no magic resistance, but... I mean, the Bolt of Poison was one of her 2 spells, and we do have the resist poison. So it's just the Mystic Blast could get us down. It could get us down pretty low, and it would be annoying. We'd have to use Heal Wounds, but... I just don't think, since she's invisible anyway, I don't think I want to do the summon for now. I'm going to just wait here. And I guess while I'm chilling... Wait, no, I don't need AC. What is she going to have that will check my AC? Is Erica here? What? Where did she go? Notice how the auto pickup's turned off? It's because my enemy went invisible on me. I can hit Control A to manually re-enable it. But, I don't know what to do about this. There she is. Okay. Let's get a lesser. Like I said, they're really cheap. Better safe than sorry. Let's grab a lesser and then we'll fight her. Oh, a demon appears. It doesn't appear very happy. Occasionally, they can be hostile to you. And this is bad because he's hostile to us. And he looks dangerous. Oh, I need to hit Shift X. Where's the up staircase? That's kind of far away. Yeah, now we're in trouble. We got our Demonic Guardian because of our mutation, but our Invo. This is why we want to keep training Invo all the way. We had a 0% failure, but there's still a very slight chance of hostile. We may want to just solve our demon problem with more demons, stupid as it sounds, because it's very unlikely we'll get another unfriendly one, and then our friend can fight the other one. I don't know. This requires a lot of thought. So, let me kind of look at my options here. I haven't mapped much this level, so I don't really like the telescroll solution. I think the first thing I want to do is pop into this hallway so I'm not fighting both Erica and the orange demon. and go from there. Alright, thank you, Aphedibus. So now we can kind of stop and take some stock. The Orange Demon's tail does have reaching, so he can fight us through it, but Erica now, we've got like a turn safe from Erica. So we've got one thing we could do, like I said, is just hit the staircase. We would walk like here. We could probably take this diagonal, and we have this as an option, but we'd really rather, just in case it's dangerous up there, we'd probably want to take this. Although I did clear it out pretty thoroughly. I don't think there's that much danger to using this. Because what we can do then is just wait out the Orange Demon so we don't have to fight him and Erica. This will let Erica get some shots on us, but depending on how well this Aphedibus does, it might not matter. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start that walk to the staircase, and then if something happens that makes it not work, like that, for example, she did the IMB and it did an explosion, so it killed our buddy, and it still hit us. So if I really wish I had Fog ID'd. I probably should have used more scrolls on scrolls. I just didn't want to because I'm a miser with these ID scrolls, but I had so many. I think what I want to do now is see if I can fear scroll her, because if I can fear scroll her, I can just walk away from the Orange Demon, even though it probably won't be scared. Hit the up staircase, and take a mulligan on this fight. So let's try that. Yep, she's feared, and the Orange Demon's unaffected, but I don't care, because I can just walk away from him. Oh wow, that was a really short-lived fear. I'm upset. She says, I'm so much better than you. Okay, but now I got 2 demons. So, yeah, they just need to screen for me. Because now even if she hits them with the IMB, like, the explosion won't hit me. It's just like a 1 or 2 more tile radius. Wow, they both died to that, though. So notice I'm taking these very slowly, so if stuff rapidly changes. Alright, looks like we're good, though. Thanks to Demonic Guardian giving us popcorn. He appears confused. Okay. So now we're not going to fight the Orange Demon and Erica. That's quite nice. I still think we can take Erica. We just need to be careful. We're feeling very hungry now, though. That's kind of uncool. This staircase isn't that safe anymore. That was pretty close to the trapdoor. So I think what we're going to want to do is get Stone Skin up again. Although, how hungry does it make us? Actually, I don't want to get that hungry for just that really, really weak Stone Skin right now, because I'm trying to avoid, like, I'm hoping to find chunks enough to eat permafood out of this very hungry. So we're going to go... Oh no, this is the staircase. I came down the other one. This is the staircase I wanted to avoid. Okay. Whoops. That's right. Well, at least she wasn't there. A Wraith comes into view. Fuck you, Wraith. So he drained me and slowed me down. Being slow is dangerous, but this is 2-on-1 and I'm strong. I feel as though I will be slow longer. Adorable. I speed up. I gotta re-enable auto pickup because it was still off from the time she went invisible. Even though she went invisible and then I saw her later, the code, because like, technically in some situations you don't know that there isn't someone else invisible or something like that. It's kind of weird. Jewelry boutique. What do we got? Look at that ring. That's like the shittiest artifact in the world. You can't tell and you're hungry. And unlike the other times you would buy a crappy ring to ID it, since this is an artifact, this only identifies Tel Azah and not anything else. So that would be like the worst thing in the world to buy, because it wouldn't even help you ID anything. That ring of protection from magic is kind of nice, actually. If we later, for example, took that armor that gave us evocable flight, or if we just decided we don't give a shit about flight, which we could very well do, just keep it as like a just in case in our pocket, then that would be a good thing to get. So we're near starving. Storm Dragon armor, as I recall, that shit's really hype. But I forget the exact stats on Storm Dragon armor. Okay, it's a little past our encumbrance, but it will give us resist electricity. I'm gonna drop it for now because it's fucking heavy. But that's another thing I'll leave to the audience. Do you guys think we should try to get, like, put our level up points into strength? Food. I'm not talking about the food boutique. I'm talking about the hobgoblin. Although those are those dirty chunks I was talking about that don't give you as much. But at least we're very hungry, not starving. But yeah, we could consider trying to get our strength or armor up or whatever to use that storm dragon. I don't think I want to just use it now. Food shops, pretty much only useful for like a Spriggan or whatever. Because Spriggans are herbivores. And they can't eat your everyday meats off the dungeon ground. I really want to eat that yak. Yak flesh is clean. Yak flesh is life. But I also want to not find Erica. Okay, so there's a staircase to the Lair of Beasts. We're on Death Watch now, which is pretty great when Erica is right fucking here. One of the rules of the LPing set forth by Woozle was that if you died right in the early game, you would make you go to the back of the line. But once you hit Lair, that's it. That's your game. If you die, then I'm dead, and I have to go to the back of the line. So, I see that Lair staircase. I gotta be careful. Care fighting is at 2. When we get it to 3, we're gonna turn it off again. But it just gave us, you know, like 1 or 2 more HP, and that can really make the difference against big spells or whatever. And we haven't actually given Corpse Knock in a while. And now you notice we hit the top. We're at full piety. We still want to sack corpses when we can get a chance because your piety will go down slightly just over time. But now we're in that spot where if we gotta do 2 or 3 greater servants, we can do that. And that's really useful. Komodo dragons have this debuff called sickness. I think we may have gotten it some other sources, but Komodo dragons are like the really big sources of it. And that, see, when we're sick, we won't regenerate HP until sickness is over, which can really stink. In this case, we can through Mokleb, so haha, Komodo dragon. But like, if you like rest or just have passive regen, that does not trigger through a Komodo dragon sickness. My disease is taking its toll. I feel weakened. I guess I'm just going to wait out the disease. Like, whatever. Health improves. So, I don't know if Erica is still going to be hanging out the stairs I went up, or if she's going to be more in this area. I'm going to walk slowly. There's so many shops on this floor. What the fuck? This is all pretty much bad, though. Nothing here we really want. I was about to say that robe is kind of nice, but then I remembered the reason I wanted strength was to wear the Storm Dragon armor, so getting that strength from a robe wouldn't really help me. How we doing? Yeah, see, Petrify's already down to 56%. Baby, and we're only at, like, what? Yeah, 2.6 Earth Magic. We're also going to turn off spellcasting probably around level 3. We got Stone Skin at 2 pips, and we got a couple more spell levels. Yeah, now we like easily have enough to learn both. And 3 spell levels to spare. So when our spellcasting gets through, we're probably going to just focus on Pure Earth for a while. We'll get the spells castable, but they make us really hungry, and they're for rare cases. Then we can go back for our spellcasting. I should not have just walked blindly towards Josephine. She's very dangerous. Yeah, that was really stupid. Those like 2 turns I wasted just walking. As penance, we're going to summon a lesser servant. She broke one of my potions. Fuck you. Wow, that really hurt our smoke demon. We need to go and walk past it so that he can cast his spells on her. Now we're gonna just walk backwards from Josephine while she gets steam. There's me. Oh no, guys, I fucked up with Josephine. Oh god, and then I just smoke demon and walk backwards. This is when I have to point out again, these are lesser servants of Mokleb that I am summoning. I still have the ability to get way more dangerous demons than the demons that are making a joke of this. I really liked having the teamwork with this guy. This Lamir's crap, it stopped him from running away, and the smoke demon just murdered the hell out of her. Did she leave a corpse? I'm hungry. No. Fuck you, and you're not leaving a corpse. We pretty much need to clear out Erica. I want to do it now because we found, like, the staircase to the Lair of Beasts, and I want to go in and do the lair. But I don't want to, like, if I have to run away from it. Because, okay, so remember my rant about how arena levels have that danger, where if you fuck up with the staircase, you don't get a second chance, etc.? Well, the lair, it's going to be the same thing. There's only the one staircase to get to the first floor of Lair of Beasts. So we kind of need to go in there and own it, if that makes sense. And, So I really want to make sure this floor is nice and safe before I go down to Lair. So we're just going to go try to hunt Erica down near where she was last seen. Oh yeah, I didn't mention my strength is drained. That was because of the sickness, because of the Komodo dragon getting me. But like we mentioned earlier, that the stat drain is temporary. It's just temporary on a very long time scale. Oh, that's 3 vampire mosquitoes. Oh, joy. Vampire mosquitoes are fucking dangerous, and I hate them. But here where we're standing, we're probably fine. They come in packs and they're fast, so if you ever... Oh, thanks for the warning, Krull. No, I want to hit period and do that. That almost seems like it should be the default or something. And I don't know, and you can choose to have your cleaving shots or something. I'm gonna sack these because you get crazy diseases. That's why it's in red. Like, you know, the white corpses are clean and the brown corpses are brown corpses are low nutrition. Purple ones give you mutations, and red ones will just fuck with you. But anyway, we're not going to restore abilities for this one strength, because that will come back soon, and we're hardly using our strength as it is. Did I get that ring that was just on the ground, kind of near where Jessica was? I already forget. No, where is it? Did one of the monsters, like, put it on or something? God damn it. I seem to remember there was a magic ring, and I was going to do it, but that's when we found Erica, and I had to, like, run away. Do you have it? No? Hungry. So we've explored the whole floor, but we really want to find Erica, especially because I think she put that fucking ring on. Where are you? Maybe I should just go to Lair and eat. I just don't like the idea of, like, if I'm injured and I have to pop up the staircase, Erica is there to find me. I think I'm just going to have to deal with it, though, for now. Lair of Beasts. This is kind of an important branch, because this is, like, by far the easiest branch. And it's 8 floors long. It's just quite big. So, you get a lot of experience here. And because it's animals, like, it's not that there's no threats, but there's no kind of chance that they've picked up a wand or something. Like, they're a lot more knowable than some of Krull's threats, the threats in Lair. So it's very much just kind of a big bag of experience, and you have to use this to transition from your early game to your mid game. We hit our 3 ranks of fighting that we wanted, so now you just see we've got, like, you know, was it 5 or 6 more health, and we'll be getting slightly more health as we level up each time now. Oh, and spellcasting actually is way beyond what we wanted, but that's fine. So Lair, you really need to use Lair as your chance so that when you're out of Lair, you're kind of ready to go. It's a good thing we can eat water moccasins because we got resist poison. It's also just good to have resist poison in there. There's a lot of poison here, and especially in the sub branches that you find in there. And those are the ones that've got your kind of your first 2 runes that you're gonna get. Although we're not focusing on that for a while. So now we're training Earth Magic 100%. It should go quicker. I don't know why I hit my character sheet there. Stone Skin is up to still 1 power, unfortunately. It's got a lot of ways to go. But Petrify and LRD are getting down there. Getting down there. And we've got, you know, a long time before we really need that power because, for God's sakes, you saw what that one lesser servant did to Josephine. We can pop out 2 graders, although we need to hope they don't get hostile because that would be very bad. So the yak is a problem. The jackals are not. But we need the jackal to move so we can shoot the yaks. Fuck this jackal. Okay. Fighting the yaks in the open here will kind of get you killed, but this whole level is sort of open, and it's not. It's kind of unavoidable. We're going to mostly, I think, count on our demon bros to not get swarmed. But I want 1 more demon bro, who is better and not the crappy demonic guardian. Lesser servant. There we go. Now we'll fight the yak. Oh, god damn it, I accidentally shot jackal when I meant to shoot a yak. Wow, they killed my demon. Well, it was good I got that demon to fight these. I'm surrounded by 3 yaks right now. This is actually ungood. I think I need a fear scroll here, but I'm gonna check it out. The Yeah, this is Lair can get really dangerous in this way where it's kind of harder to find these staircases. You really want a wand of digging for Lair because then you make your own like tunnel. 18. Okay, we can survive one turn here, but I'm still gonna like fear scroll this because who knows how long turns will actually be. No, we're so scared. And now we're gonna use that fear to, because we can easily pick off EX one by one. We just can't fight all those. And like I said, I'm pretty liberal with fear scrolls here because eventually I'm not going to be able to get shit done with them at all. We'll be hungry soon. Alright, buddy. Now I'll fight you, but you don't have your friends. Level 11. We haven't gotten a demon spawn mutation in a while. Maybe this is that. Maybe this is it. We feel power flowing into our body. Oh, yes. This is our tier 3 mutation. This is the tippy top of the demon spawn mutations. You only get one out of a list of like 5 or 6. They're all pretty intense. This one is augmentation. It gives you more damage when you're at high health. This is very good for us because as an archer, we have the period where we're at full health for a lot of time into our fight. And then, of course, if we start lowering our health, we're going to die quickly. But the point is, there's going to be a lot of times where we get a lot of turns fighting at full health. So augmentation is good for us. It gives us, I think it's spell power and damage, like slaying. In this case, yeah, we're at 3 pips with Stone Skin. We were only at 1. We might be at 2 without augmentation, but we have that Quokka, so we can. Oh man, I mean honestly, I'm not gonna say like super celebrate about augmentation, just because sort of they're all great, all the Demon Spawn tier 3s. Actually, a lot of times augmentation I'm kind of not as happy to get, but on an archer it's pretty darn good, so I don't mind it. A lot of times, like if I'm playing a melee character demon spawn, I kind of feel like, oh, augmentation, because it is one of the more boring demon spawn mutations as opposed to like hellfire or whatever. Hellfire is a dungeon crawl thing. Hopefully we don't have to learn about it on this file because it is devastating. It's kind of like fire, but you don't resist it. It doesn't check resist fire or spell resistance or AC. It's just, here is some damage, take some damage. Kind of like dragon attacks in Pokemon. Our Earth Magic's up to level 5. Our Stone Skin 3, although we don't know how much of that is the augmentation. And, yeah, 2636. Notice that Lee's is actually going faster than Petrify because Petrify has 2 schools, Transmutation and Earth, and you kind of have to take the average of those. So we are going to go now and do a little bit of trans, only like 1 or 2 transmutations, because like Earth is the more important one because it's going to buff all of our skills, and trans only buffs, I guess, Stone Skin and Petrify, but it doesn't help LRD get stronger. But because it's only at level 0 right now, like it'll go up so much faster that we may as well dump a couple in the transmutation. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and learn them now. They're quite dangerous to cast, and we don't want to just throw them around willy-nilly. But they're at failure chances, like they're high, but they're still in an emergency. They're now at the point where an option I'd consider. So it's time to learn them. Alright, the glowing staff. We're going to, I think our plan here is to clear out to Lair 2, and then we're going to... Oh, there's an electric eel over there in the water. They have crazy ranged electrical attacks, and they suck. So do not ever, 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 ever fuck with an eel. You need to know exactly what you're doing to fight an eel. I still have the Quokka flesh. Excellent. So, in this case, I think we can go from range and, yeah, we can fight him like... Oh, except I created like a cloud of scalding steam because I hit the water with my fire arrow. And that steam, I think, damages them quite a bit, so I'll take it. There we go. I did lose an arrow because like I shot it into deep water, so I can't get the arrow back, so it's another problem with this, but as bad as electric eels are, I think I can deal with him. I don't really want to... I want to at least lure him so I can get my arrows back when I fight him. So like, we'll do it. No, come here. Thank you. This is fun. Just creating horrific steam clouds. I'll lose this arrow too. I want him to die. Actually, wait, fuck it. Why don't I, instead of wasting arrows like a dumbass, why don't I do this? That's right. I should have been doing that, like, this entire fight. Oh, I'm getting gangbanged by fish. That's not okay. Yeah, the water fights can actually be really dangerous. And the reason just because, of course, you can kind of run away from them really easily. So the crawl devs have the liberty to make the water enemies a lot more dangerous because it's kind of your own fault if you die to them. Alright. Beneficial mutation. Speed. That's also a really good potion. It speeds you up. Almost maybe would have been worth scroll IDing that too, just so we didn't lose one of our speed potions, because speed's really useful, but whatever. Now we have one ID'd. Yeah, I really need to, like, I'm being such a miser with these ID scrolls. I need to figure out what I'm saving them for. Because, like, right now there's, like, hardly anything I'd actually use them on. Kinda dumb. So we've mapped out this floor, right? We're gonna go clean out a little section of Lair 2 and then make our stash, I think. Or maybe clear out the whole thing, but... What's our transmutations at? Yeah, we're gonna get it to, I think, rank 2 transmutation. Then we're gonna switch back to Earth. Now is when we're gonna start casting Stone Skin. It's actually, I think, worthwhile now. With our Earth and our augmentation, it's at 3 power. Swing. I got it. I got only one more AC, though. Actually, it didn't scale that hard. If you don't have resist poison, by the way, water moccasins are completely terrifying. Like, I'm not even, like, dignifying them with a response. That's 100% a factor of my resist poison. I want to make clear. Water moccasins are terrifying if you don't have resist poison. But we do. Hooray! I'm going to eat this porcupine. Honestly, I think with augmentation, we can even fight the crocodile with our flail. I won't, just to be safe, because I've had some annoying deaths to crocodile. Faintly glowing copper ring. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an artifact. And I'm excited about this. Because like I pointed out earlier, a ring of flight, we're pretty okay with having that just if we need it and not wearing it all the time. So we're pretty okay wearing this. We're going to identify it. Oh, I have this amulet too. I forgot to identify that. Faintly glowing copper ring. Plus star telly. I forget what that means in crawl speak. Plus telly means we can evoke it. But put on jewelry, Rassic, replace our ring of flight with it. And then we're going to look in our, is it not our cat? I guess it's just our normal A menu. Yeah, so we can evoke teleportation. That's really cool. And, but what does plus telly mean? Oh, random telly. Okay, that's, I don't remember that. It looks like it's in red, so that must mean it's bad. I'm going to look this up on the butts. It looks like what it's telling me is it's like the opposite of control telly, which control teleport will let you take teleports and like direct them somewhat. So, okay, that's teleportitis. So that means we're going to randomly teleport. Okay, my guess was going to be that it was like how Formicids have poison vulnerability and you need 2 ranks of poison resistance to have poison resistance. I thought it was like you need 2 ranks of control teleport to control your teleports, but no. This is saying it's going to randomly teleport us. That's not okay. We're going to put on the Ring of Flight. But it's nice to have Rassic if we need to get out of there, but that stays in our pocket. And now we're going to use ID on the amulet, because remember way back in episode 1 I mentioned those amulets of faith. Now that we're at full Moglib piety, it would just be a waste to put on an amulet of faith. So now we're going to ID it and make sure it isn't. Okay, that's Guardian Spirit. That's worthless to us. It gives you, like, the mana shield that we have as a mutation. And, like, having 2 doesn't do anything for you. We've got more charges, so scrolls on scrolls. Okay, Immolation is quite a cool scroll. There's this effect called Inner Flame, where if you get killed while you have it up, you explode. Immolation gives Inner Flame to everything you can see, which basically means you can set off these crazy chain reactions. You just have to make sure you don't die in them yourself. We've been getting a lot of these triple ID scrolls. It's awesome. There's Enchant Armor. Also, what does this staff do? We're going to wield it. It's cursed. It's a Staff of Energy. What does our cursed Staff of Energy do? Oh, right, staves are way the hell down here, aren't they? Yeah. You control magic, and casting spells no longer causes hunger, and ambient magic can be channeled for the wield's purposes. That is really good, I think. The channeling, I thought it would be in this menu, but I don't see it. Oh, is it an evocation? Yeah. So we can evoke it to get energy. I don't know the exact rules of it, so we're going to look that up on the knowledge bots. This feels like a really good find, though. I've actually never found this. Yeah, spell hunger is free. And yeah, and this converts food into more mana. So, yeah. All right. And it looks like, yeah, we need to have some Evo to hope to make it work. And there's a chance for a divination's miscast, which is just a dangerous effect relating to divinations. So, we're fine with the fact we've got to uncurse this, because we really want to have this as an option to toggle to. Because, I mean, like, what's the spell hunger on our Lee's Rapid Deconstruction? Oh, well, I can't check it now because it's all none. Let's see what happens when we take it off. Alright. Yeah, quite a bit. So if you want to throw around our LRD, a lot, yeah, we'll throw that staff in our hands and save some hunger. And later in the game, if we go full, like, that could help us just go full mage. Maybe we don't ever train our bows again. Honestly, if we find one more good spellbook, I might just say, our bows got us while we lasted, and now we're not going to really use them. And of course, if we find an artifact bow, I might transition into heavy bows. That's what makes Crawl cool, is you play so reactively. It's really refreshing that the game, there isn't like a master plan, it's all about what happens. If we worshipped Phaedos, we could shoot this guy. But we don't. Now we can shoot this guy. Yeah, shooting this guy. This episode's gone on a while, hasn't it? I've just been kind of so focused on playing, because a lot of fun stuff has been happening. Just like good things. Not even that intense, aside from that Erica thing. That Josephine mix-up I thought might be intense, but totally wasn't. It's just been like great things that we've been finding and shit. So, I'll probably get the Lair 2 stash going and then cut the episode. That's what I'm feeling. In my heart of hearts. So transmutation's at, okay, 1.5. We're going to get it to 2. We're going to get it to 2, and we're done. And no more transmuting. Unless we find like a book with more good transmutations in it. Feed me, gecko. So yeah, we might even train our Evo more to use that staff. Now you see, that's another good thing about training Evo like we did for our Ring of Flight. Just you have it on hand, so if you want to use a good evocable, you've kind of already primed the pump a lot. Elephant slugs are actually hardcore, aren't they? It just looks dangerous. Let's go to our knowledge bots again. Elephant slugs. Yeah, 40 damage. Getting killed by one is hilarious. Because they're slow, so it's just your fault for staying. I say probably the worst monster in the game to polymorph. As a quick digression about that, HD, like I said, is like how much health you have, and it's sort of a rough map to level. But there are some exceptions to it being a map to level. In this case, this guy needs to be big McLarge huge. So they give him a huge hit die, but he has such crappy speed that he can spawn a lot sooner than he should be spawning. Because he's slow, right? So if you polymorph him, you're going to get another HD 20 monster. But like most HD 20s should not at all be showing up this early in the game. He just gets that HD 20 because he needs to be big. So like, let's look up, let's say like a fucking dragon. Yeah, a dragon has 12 hit dice. So that's not even close to how strong enemies we would get. I'm going to see if I can just search HD20 and find other monsters with HD20. I don't know if that works. No? Okay. Let's look for Orb of Fire. Famously one of the most dangerous monsters in... Okay, he's got 30. So that's a little too much, but... You get the point that I'm trying to express. Okay? If you polymorph him, it's bad. In this case... We're really far away, and we're just going to walk away if this gets hairy. Let's start now, in fact, because we need to... Basilisks. Basilisks can be dangerous because they can petrify you. And he hit us with that petrification. So in a few turns, we're going to be immobile. He'll get to bite us. Since we'll have crazy AC from the petrification, he might not even be able to kill us on his own, but if a buddy comes... In our case, because we worship Makleb, we have an easy kind of solution. If we're petrified, we throw down a servant. Because he's not going to get to kill us for free. We turn to stone, right? And we're immobile. But now we've got a smoke demon repping our interests, and the basilisk is dead. So there you go. Petrification is entirely about how well you manage it. And in this case, as a Makleb worshipper, we're not too... Like, obviously, we should try not to get petrified. But it's not like it's a huge death sentence or anything. That's a lot of rats. We're going to see how many the smoke demon can kill, and we'll kill the rest with our flail. Oh, I love you, buddy. God, and these are lesser. I need to get more invo, so I've got like 1% failure on the greater servants. It's going to be so disgusting, but getting LRD online comes first. Got the one chunk of flesh. I think we're going to need it. I don't even need these. I'm at full. I don't care. Makleb, I just want you to know I love you. Because you give me demons. And they are useful. Oh man, I really wish I was Phaedos. Phaedos is just great in Lair, like the Phaedos hunters, because there's so many angles like that that they can't fight. You can fight them. Congrats, you actually killed my bro. It's hard to do. Okay, our transmutations is level 2. No more transmutations. I hit invocations because buttons are hard. Shut up. Yeah, 16 and 12. You notice it's red. The stronger the spell is, the worse. Like, the color of the failure is how bad the miscast are in this case. Even though it's only at 16% failure, when it does fail, it's going to suck really bad because it's such a good spell. So we need to train it up so that that's white. It might need to be a way lower number than you see. Petrify only needed 12 to be white. These will probably be lower than that. But we're really close to having those online and getting to kill with them. Alright, so we need to attack this bush to get our arrow back. Probably in terms of turns, this isn't even worth it, but I already started, so fuck you, bush. Oh, political humor. It's a giant slug. He's like an elephant slug, but way worse. He's all the slow, but also weak. Nope. Sorry. Ooh, a wand. We like wands because we trained our Evo some already. What do you do? Please be digging. Oh, shit! I'm magic! It is digging. Like I mentioned earlier, digging, really fucking good in Lair, because the biggest danger is getting swarmed by shit, and you're in a level, in this case we got plenty of passages here, but a level like that first one that's just big and empty also spawns a lot in Lair. Being able to dig your own tunnels in those is supremely helpful. We can also kind of dig with Lee's rapid deconstruction, but it will create, like, open spots because it will just explode the rock. It'll be harder to make, like, a nice tunnel with it. Okay, Papa wants beneficial mutation. Invisibility. We're finding a lot of good potions and IDing them. Maybe I should be using scrolls on these too. I'm feeling really bad about not IDing shit, but I don't know. I guess if I find a lot of artifacts in a row, it'll be useful that I don't have to put them on and risk like an artifact amulet being faith, or a regular amulet being faith. I don't think I've identified faith at all. We have nothing cheap to eat. Alright, so now we're going to just go ahead and go to our stash. Feeling very hungry. We might need to eat. We're going to pick up everything. We're being burdened by all of our possessions. How badly are we being burdened by all of our possessions? So if I can drop like 50... Well, I guess there was some of the stuff that I've just been saving for no reason that I can just drop. And that might even do it for me. This bow, this whip. Don't actually need them. Oh, this Amulet of Guardian Spirit's not doing anything for me. It's mostly just my rations, I think, that are so heavy. I'm so... This is not at all smart what I'm about to do. But I'm so lazy, I kind of just want to do this in one trip and just be burdened. But no, that's too stupid. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to drop my bread rations, because that's the only thing, and bring the rest of my stash down to Lair 2, and then maybe I can eat this guy. I'm hungry. No corpse. Lame. I might have to eat a ration here. Alright, which staircase do I want to be my stash staircase? I don't know, I guess I'm here already, so let's do it. Actually, I like to have a bit more room. Some people just do it in one big stack. I like to split them up by type, just so I can kind of see what's happening a little easier. So like I'm going to put scrolls here, so I'm going to put 2 scrolls of immolation. I'm going to put... You know what? Fuck it, it's scrolls on scrolls time. I keep saying I need to do something with these ID scrolls, so let's actually do it. And there we go, we found blinking, so now we didn't waste it. Now we have a blinking scroll. And there's a scroll of random uselessness, which I'm just going to read. It's not going to do anything good, so... It reassembles in my hand. No! There we go. My bow glue... What is glows but like the past tense? Glowed, I guess? Glowed. Pulsating lavender. Glue. What the fuck? There's no way that was right. I don't know why glue is my first instinct. Scroll of noise. That, it's purple. What that means is it's probably not useful, but it could be. Whereas the scroll of random uselessness was gray. There's no way it's going to help you. These are purple because, like, immolation, dangerous, but if you get a good explosion, and then noise, it seems bad, but, like, let's say we're in a really tight spot. Remember our ring that randomly teleports us? Or we can evoke it for more telly. Let's say we put it on, and we telly, then we read a scroll of noise, and we telly away, and all the monsters come to our scroll, and we try to run away. It's one of those things. Oh, sweet, that was the scroll of enchant weapon 3. I read it instead of identifying it, but I was wielding my bow, so it worked out. Okay. So yeah, anyway, scrolls. All of our amnesia we can leave here for now. Our noise, we might want it in the extreme late game for weird tactics here. It's not a big deal. All our enchanting scrolls stay here for now. Drop 2 telly scrolls. Drop 2 remove curse scrolls. Okay, this was our scrolls. Wands. Honestly, I'm going to stop lugging around my wand of slowing. And then I guess I'll put the armor like over here. Potions, that's a big one to drop. So for potions, mutation we drop, Q mutation we drop, brilliance we drop. Keep the rest, except I'm going to drop 2 heal wounds and 1 curing. So if we get hit by a really bad ice attack, we at least have a bit left. Oh, we can drop the Grimoire now because we've learned everything from it. So you only need to have a book if you want to learn from it, or you can use a book as a scroll of amnesia, but then it burns itself, so you can forget one book, like one spell from it. In this case, yeah, since we've learned everything we need to from the Grimoire, we don't need it anymore. We'll keep it around just because why not, basically. It's not going to do anything for us, but if we ever want to forget one of these, we can save an amnesia scroll. Okay. Is that... I want to keep that staff in case we need to. I want to keep that ring in my pocket. I want that amulet, just like I mentioned earlier, for those traps. Just so we don't need to go back and fetch the amulet just to use them. If we get really slot-capped, those traps aren't too common, so I'll get rid of the stasis amulet, but I'll keep it otherwise, because, you know, it's useful. Yeah, there's everything there I want to drop. And now let's go back to our... For now, let's call this waypoint 2. It's about to be waypoint 1, but I'll call it waypoint 2 just so I can get back to it quicker. Oh, an ogre. Where was it? There it is. I'm so hungry, man. You should not be meleeing with an ogre unless you are very high level. Yeah, okay, this is the crappy brown tainted flesh, but there's 4 of it, so there we go. Now we're going to just pick up only our bread rations. And do we have 60 left? Yes, just barely. We're going to go ahead and fetch that Storm Dragon armor, so if we want it, it'll just be right in our stash. There's my roommate. He is back. There's a Goliath beetle. Fuck him. I'm going to close my door surreptitiously. I'm on the internet. He just nods. He knows the hard life a LPer must do where they are antisocial to their roommates. That was Shift F. I wanted control. Storm Dragon armor to me. Okay. Go to waypoint 2. We're very hungry. Okay. And now we have our Storm Dragon armor if we need it. So we're going to go here we'll put the food. I don't know why I arrange them in stupid ways like this. Just shut up. I have a problem and I'm trying to address it. We're going to drop those, and we're going to drop like 7 bread rations. Like 6 is easily enough not to starve to death while we go back here. I only carry that much because there's an enemy called a hungry ghost that can make you hungry, and if we happen to get ganged by a lot of them or something, like, just in case something really stupid involving us being hungry happens, I like to keep more than I need on hand. So we got our stash on there too. We're pretty excited about that. We're kind of cruising through Lair, and pretty soon we're going to have Petrify LRD online. Hopefully next episode we can start showing that off. And my virus, I can update it, which is good. I don't want to get a virus. That would be a really embarrassing way to die in Dungeon Crawl. I wonder if someone makes like a spite virus that makes you just do stupid shit, you know? But, yeah, we're just kind of cruising along, really enjoying the fact that Moklib is insanely powerful for where we're at right now, and using him as a crutch to get our spellcasting and stuff online. See you next time.